YouTube likes since your last visit?
We're still hanging strong at 23 subscribers on YouTube. So if you're ever perusing YouTube, like I know you guys might every once in a while, give a look. There are some great videos. Many of you might even be featured in those.
Were you able to help design any parts of the new iLab? If so, what is it that you felt was most important?
So, yeah, we've been designing, along with the architects, the new space, and we're super, super excited about it. Some of you guys have seen the model. There was a 3D model that showed what it's going to look like. That's changed a little bit, but it's still roughly the same. It's going to be a glass structure, so you're going to be able to see it from all angles. So we're excited that you'll be able to sort of see what's going on, whether or not you're in there for a specific class. And now we're designing things like furniture. So if you can stop by Mr. Grossman's office, which is right out this door here to the right, you'll see some stools and chairs in there and things like that we're checking out. We're purchasing computers and laptops. So yeah, we're getting really excited.
Mr. Liu, last week Collins mentioned QED. Could you tell us what you would recommend we do if we have an idea that we think might be worth exploring?
Yeah, so Collins mentioned QED. QED was a program that we started before we had the iLab, which was Question, Explore, Demonstrate. And it was just that. If you had a cool idea you wanted to explore, we would invite you into that program. We no longer do that specific program, but we have the iLab. So anybody who's got a really creative idea, we encourage you to stop by during a study hall or even help them work, run those ideas by us, and we can see if we have materials to get you started and going. I think the original QED, Wyatt, you were in 5th grade, and Wyatt in that year actually designed and built his own calculator with Mr. Payne, right? Yeah. So those are the kinds of things, whatever it is, as wacky or goofy or creative as you think it is, stop on by.
Thank you for that.
We will now hear from Wyatt Lee, a former middle school student, about the specialized project that he has been working on. Wyatt, we are excited to hear about your project. Can you tell us what your project is called?
Cool. So it's mostly just been called the arm, but Wyatt EARP is, I don't know, a weird guy in the West. So EARP can now stand for Electromyographic, which is this thing more or less. Arm replacement prosthetic, so it can be Wyatt's EARP now.
What inspired it?
Well, you kind of see everybody, or not everybody, just people out there who've lost arms doing whatever, whether they served in wars or there was an accident in like concerning giant machines or whatnot. And so then they've coped with it, they lived their lives just not normally, but they can do things without it, they can learn to still be happy and live without it. But then when you give an arm back to someone that works just by thinking about moving it and not having to twist a knob or a lever, I mean, that would be pretty cool.
How long have you been working on it, and what tools have you been using?
Okay, so I started working on it at the beginning of 7th grade, so it's probably around 1.5 years now. And so obviously it's kind of like the 3D printer with the biggest amount of stuff that I've done. But then just the various like wire cutters, pliers around the iLab, the soldering iron, and the Arduino, I guess is resource/tool, not really sure. As well as, yeah, my Chromebook is a great way to be able to find the different things that I need, whether it's ordering parts or just needing help on different like Arduino forums and whatnot.
Have you faced any obstacles while working on your project?
The better question would be, have I not? Let's see. For printing out the forearm pieces, there was a weird shift in the printer, so the 24-hour print failed halfway through. Then we had the problem where the pulleys would not stick to the servos. We had the problem with the power not going through correctly. And so all of that just took a while to kind of get going again, but it's more or less working now, hopefully on its way to being done.
Wyatt, thank you for sharing your project.